Hello and welcome to the NextPlay Podcast, a gaming and pop culture podcast brought to you by the team behind NextPlay Australia. I'm your host, Jamie, and joining me today is Brad
Hello.
and Berto.
Hello.
On today's show, we will be discussing the Pokemon Presents from last week, Monster Hunter Wilds breaking records, and we react to the final Minecraft movie trailer. But first, let's go through what we've been playing. Berto, would you like to start us off?
So I've just been playing a little game that I think we're all going to be talking about soon. I won't get into it too much. So it's The Artful Escape, if that's correct. Been playing that, been enjoying that. And just finalizing, hopefully, a game that I can talk about in more detail because it's taken me quite a while with Tails. I think I've spoken about that for the past few weeks. But apart from those two, that's all I've been doing in the gaming world. Haven't really bought any new games yet because, as I say, I buy more than I game. But I am interested in a few games that are coming out soon. And obviously, Monster Hunter Wilds being one of them as well.
I'm getting that itch to start buying stuff myself, and I've barely been gaming either. I think that's just what happens when you have kids. You just want to buy, but
That's all
no
you do.
time to play.
Nope.
Brad, how about yourself?
I don't have kids, so I haven't been buying games. I also played The Artful Escape. We'll go more in depth in it in another video, but enjoyed it. I loved the message behind it. The gameplay felt a bit repetitious sometimes, but overall a great experience. Otherwise, I've been playing Marvel Rivals still. And yeah, it's only been a few days since we last recorded, so not too much else.
All right, so for myself, since the last episode, I think I was 4 minutes into Bloom and Rage. I am now, I think you said I'm near the halfway point of tape one.
Mm.
I'm definitely not disliking the game, but I'm definitely not in love with it. I think some of the subtlety of the writing just doesn't feel like it's there, like previous Life is Strange games or Don't Nod games in general. As I was saying to Brad before the podcast, they sort of really hit you over the head constantly, letting you know what personality each character is, and like I feel like it could be done more subtly. Like I said, the main character, she constantly telling everyone she's awkward, and I'm well aware. You can tell she's awkward by the way she sort of delivers the lines, and I feel like it could be just a little bit more subtle with how it does its character portrayals. But I'm not a teenage girl. I've never been one, so who knows? Maybe this is just how they talk. Um, but I know some people have really loved it. So, and I know it gets better in the second half. So I'm looking forward to hopefully having that done by the next episode. Now, the other game I did play, as I said, with a little one by my side most of the weekend, and Pokemon Go had a big Unova tour event happening, so I hopped onto that quite a bit. And I've been playing Pokemon Go since day one. I'm at max level. I know most people have already hopped off the bandwagon with it. And there's a lot of rumors at the moment that Niantic are going to sell off Pokemon Go to, I believe it's a company called Scope League, and there's a big $1 billion deal with it all happening. But I just wanted to sort of rant a little bit with, I know people who do play it even daily, weekly, monthly, just how predatory the entire game has become. Over COVID, they sort of came up with remote raids, and then as soon as COVID sort of backed away, they've just added ticketed pricing to almost every single event, and the rewards you actually get are very little. And I think just because Pokemon Go itself is not really in the news now, they sort of just get away with it because they have hardcore. I don't want to say whales, but I know a lot of these companies they determine the people that make a lot of microtransactions as that term, which I don't really like. But I don't know. It's just so money hungry at the moment. I just feel like you rarely get any rewards. You just really just comes across like they're just trying to make as much money as they can before they sell it all off. And I think it's quite a shame to all the dedicated fans who still put a lot of money into it. Like Niantic have tried a lot of different other IP and they've all failed along the way. Harry Potter, I believe, was one of them. So
Yeah.
Pokemon has a dedicated fan base, and like it just feels like they're really nickel and diming people to just try and get as much money as they can out of it. It just feels like that now. Like the event over the weekend had like 4 different tickets to buy, and like some were ranging for $23 to like 14, 7.
Wow.
If you want to get the full experience, which you used to just get, it ends up costing you like 50, $60. And even then, you're not guaranteed to get the Pokemon you want because, it's all randomized if you get a certain shiny or anything like that.
Mm.
I wanted to use my soapbox and just rant about that because I don't think there's really anyone that gets, like I said, because it's not as popular as it used to be. I think they get away with a lot of stuff, which is really unfortunate. But so that's everything we've been playing. I want to shout out 2 reviews that are now on the website. Alex has reviewed 2 Point Museum, giving the game a 9 out of 10, and they said 2 Point Museum is exactly what the series does best, blending simulation game elements with that signature quirk of the 2 Point series, leads to this game being my favorite yet. Museum setting showcases that charm with ease, while players get to curate their own collections full of wonders. It feels like that sim formula that the series does so well, with some great new tweaks, such as the expedition system that really drives the game's progression. My hype around curating my own museum has definitely been met, and I'm very excited to continue pouring my time into 2 Point Museum. So, like I said, they gave it a 9 out of 10. Has anyone actually played the 2 Point series at all?
No, I've
I
never.
bought it. I bought it because it came with a special case. 2 Point Hospital. That's where I'm at. 2 Point Hospital or something like that.
I think I've seen that one. Yeah, sometimes there's like a school one as well that I always
Yeah,
see
2
discounted
Point
at.
Campus, I think.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
think so.
university one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually in the 2 for 30 at JB Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
And
yeah. yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, sometimes I put it in there, but then I found something else. But yeah, I've never particularly played it myself. But
No.
sounds
It
like
looks
this
interesting.
looks fun. I think they
It
showcased
does
it. I
look
want to say
fun.
it. Was that at PAX they showcased it, Brad? I think I saw
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah, they actually yeah, it was 2 Point Museum. They had an early access build thing at PAX, which is crazy because it's only just come out now.
Yeah. I think that was Sega, I want to say.
Yes, our lovely friends at 5 Star.
Oh, they absolutely killed it at PAX as well. They had so
Yeah.
many great games to show. Like I love their booth.
Must
So
be
9 out of
successful
10 for that one.
for it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
keep
must
going.
be.
Must be really successful.
Mm.
I think people absolutely dig these simulation games. Whilst it's not been something I've ever gotten into. Like Civilization's still cranking along. There's a lot of ones
Civ's
that
crazy
people.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So 9 out of 10 for 2 Point Museum, but we also have another review. Nate, he reviewed Everhood 2 on PC, giving the game an 8 out of 10. And he said, Everhood 2 is a phenomenal journey shrouded in mystique and intrigue. It may not make a lick of sense up until the very last moment, but it remains enjoyable throughout regardless. The foundation that the game is ultimately built on, the soundtrack is unsurprisingly mind-blowing, and while the lean into more mainstream RPG elements didn't do for me, I can see a swath of community having a blast with it. If you're a sicko that enjoyed the first game, I think you'll have at least a good time with this one. Has anyone ever played Everhood?
Never. Hadn't heard of it till this game.
I actually bought the last one for the special case. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
I was going to
Jesus.
say.
yeah.
Oh my
I just trying to
God.
see how you two reacted. One
You
looked
got
in
the
disgust and the other
reaction.
one was smiling.
I never know with you.
Yeah.
I
Go
don't
both ways.
know it. I did see some of the screenshots from it though. I sort of got maybe Undertale vibes a little bit from the art
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got too.
So as I said, both those reviews are up on the website next-play.com.au, and we got a 9 out of 10 and an 8 out of 10. So 2 very good games now available. Now we're going to throw it over to Brad. Let's talk about the news.
Yes. So we'll kick off with the big one, the Pokemon Presents. I think none of our predictions came true. Jamie, you got half a
Oh.
prediction. We'll get to that
Yeah.
a bit later. Okay, so I'm not going through these in announcement order, but we'll save the big two announcements till the end. So, Pokemon Cafe Remix. If you're listening and you don't care about the little Pokemon apps, probably skip 5 minutes or so. Some sweet surprises are being served up in Pokemon Cafe Remix, including a new menu item, Appleton Fruitalicious Jelly Soda.
Yum yum.
Complete a special event in the game, and you can even choose either Flapple or Appleton to join your staff. Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley will gradually become available in special outfit packs if you want to add a little Paldean flavor to your cafe. Plus, if you log into the game now, Pikachu in its Sweets outfit will join your staff. Log in for 3 days and Eevee in its sweet outfit will enjoy you. You excited for that, Berto?
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait to eat
I'm,
those apple tarts or whatever you call them, whatever they are.
I'm getting a
Appleton
lot of
Fruitalicious Jelly Soda.
Oh, sorry.
I'm getting a lot of enjoyment just watching your reactions.
Moving on to Pokemon Sleep. You'll need to shake off the nightmares in Pokemon Sleep when Cresselia and Darkrai clash in an upcoming event. Not sure how events work in Pokemon Sleep, but
I
that
can tell you, I play
does.
that.
Oh yeah, okay, go
Dude.
on.
Yeah, I play it. It's you just put it on at nighttime. So yeah,
So
I dabble.
how would an event work in a sleeping app? Do you
So
think?
normally, how it works is certain Pokemon will spawn a little bit more during certain events, or maybe there'll be some
Mm,
bonuses in play. So how sleep works, depending on how many hours you get, you'll get experience points on how much you sleep and how interrupted it is. And then your Pokemon will level up as you would in any other game, and then you can evolve them and such. So they had a Valentine's Day event where it was Paldean and Wooper was like the increased spawn. Don't
yeah.
know how that relates to Valentine's Day at all.
I
But
think is Paldean Wooper pink? No.
the shiny is, I believe.
Ah, okay. That's what I'm
Wait,
thinking of.
nah, don't quote me on that. But yeah, either way, that's normally how it works. I've only played like the last few months, so I've never actually seen a legendary in this. So my guess is it maybe is like a increased encounter. Because when you wake up in the morning, then all the Pokemon that you've summoned are all there, and you feed them biscuits, and then you can catch them.
So the game works while you're sleeping, and you just
Yeah,
set
yeah,
it to
it
do its
tracks
own
your
thing.
sleep. Yeah, so it will just sort of determine on how restless your sleep has been, and we'll let you know if you're getting the recommended sleep or not. And yeah, that's about it.
I would be awful at that game because I never
Yeah.
sleep.
I've been awful lately at it. Yeah, he doesn't like
Well,
me
yeah.
lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game's like, what are you doing? Go back to bed.
Stop.
Yeah.
All right, over to Pokemon Unite. 3 Pokemon will be joining the fray in Pokemon Unite. Be on the lookout for Suicune, Alolan Raichu, and Alcremie. You're once again able to battle in the memorable remote stadium, which has returned to the game for a limited time. Take part in a new type of Unite battle, first to 500, in which the first to score 500 points wins. Also, look out for a new feature called AOS Technology, which grants players special effects each time they score a certain number of points. Pokemon Presents also revealed a gift code for a Platinum Suicune Boost emblem. I said it in my reaction video. If you want to check that out, check out the NextPlay YouTube channel.
It's on
Um,
YouTube.
it is. This is like I love. Well, in my early 20s, I played a lot of Dota 2, which is also a MOBA. So I feel
Mm.
like this game would be like really up my alley. But I don't know. It's I don't know. Some lately Pokemon spin-offs are a bit weird. Like I love Pokemon dearly, but I don't know if I have time or the passion for anything other than a mainline game. I'm guessing neither of you have played Unite. No. Okay.
Nope.
All right. Pokemon Masters EX. 2 Master Sync pairs were revealed for Pokemon Masters EX. May and Shiny Primal Kyogre, and Brendan and Shiny Primal Groudon. It's also the game's 5.5-year celebration. Players can log in to receive a present of 3,000 gems. Very good.
Yeah, I've never played this, but I did see you get excited when all the legendaries came up, and
Yes,
then
I
you're like,
thought it
"Oh,
was
it's just
like
this."
I thought it was like a Hoenn remake or something. I was like, yeah. But no, it was literally, yeah. You literally saw my facial expression just die.
You're like, "Yeah, okay, next."
Should have expected that. Pokemon Go, as you just said, Jamie, the Pokemon Go Tour Unova global event was last weekend, and a new season begins in game on March 4 that features the arrival of Kubfu and Urshifu. And don't miss the promo code revealed during the Pokemon Presents that grants a chance to encounter a Pokemon of your choice from a selection. Pokemon Concierge. Has anyone watched any of this yet?
Yeah, I
I
did a
did,
little bit.
yeah.
Did you like it?
It was fun.
I
I
like the
think I would.
animation.
The animation was really
Yeah,
cool. I think if I was a
yeah.
kid and this had come out, I would have lost my mind because it was really cool. But
It's very
yeah,
slow, very slow.
it's definitely aimed at younger folks,
Yeah.
which is still
Okay.
like my missus loves Psyduck, and Psyduck's very prominent in the episodes I watched, so she found more enjoyment than I did.
Well, if you did enjoy it, rejoice because a second season is currently in production. This will further the adventures of Haru and Psyduck at the tropical Pokemon Resort in September 2025. In the meantime, though, if you haven't watched it and you don't have a Netflix subscription, the first 4 episodes of the series are now available on Pokemon's official YouTube channel for a limited time. I think you have another week or so to watch it. The Pokemon trading card game has revealed a sneak peek at some of the cards we'll be playing with in 2025, including the addition of Mega Evolution to the popular TCG. That's exciting. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, a new themed booster pack, Triumphant Light, will arrive in Pokemon TCG Pocket on February 28th, which was a few days ago. And
Yeah,
there will
it's
be
out.
a couple in-game events. Look for the return of the Genetic Apex expansion with booster packs that are guaranteed to include at least one of 4 rarity or higher. There are also special missions you can complete to earn rewards. If you're ready to get serious and show off your battle skills, look forward to ranked matches arriving in-game at the end of March. You still playing this, Jamie?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Every time I try to, every time I
That
try to
sounded
get up,
condescending.
it did.
You're
It's not,
still playing this?
I took.
God.
You're still on that.
Yes, still on it.
Every time I try to get up with a set, then they release another one. It kind of reminded
Mm,
me of why I dropped out of getting physical Pokemon cards after 151. It was like I'm
mm.
trying to finish off my set. I'm very OCD. I want to get every single one. Got to catch them all. And they're like, oh, by the way, now there's 17 new expansions coming out. Are you going to get those? And my wallet was just like, please stop.
Yeah.
Fortunately, like I do enjoy this game. I think I mentioned on the podcast as well that I got into battling at the start, but once they started adding new expansions and the meta changed, I found it too time consuming to find a deck that was actually doing much. So I've
Mm.
kind of just given up now. There's sometimes you get tasks that are just like participate in 10 battles. So I'll literally just go into a battle, forfeit just to get the bonuses.
Good.
But yeah, that's a me problem.
All right, moving on to Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. A mystery gift password was revealed in the Pokemon Presents. Enter it into your game, and you can receive a special case for your Rotom phone. Then prepare for mass outbreaks of red, green, and blue colored Pokemon with an increased likelihood of encountering shiny Pokemon. The next few weeks will also see a series of Terra Raid battles against a mighty Meowscarada, Skellydirge, and Quaquaval. I have never said those out loud before. So get your
I think
teams
it's
ready to.
Meowscarada and
Uh,
Skeledirge. I don't know how to say the other
yes.
one.
Well, I'm not going to try again. So,
Yeah, that's all right. Keep going.
yes. Moving on to a new game announcement. Now, Jamie, I believe you predicted or had a wish list for a Pokemon Stadium game or remake. I can't remember your exact words, but
Yeah,
Me neither.
we
you
kind
did.
of got one. We kind of got one. So,
Mhm.
Pokemon Champions is a new title that brings everything you love about Pokemon battles into one place. It will feature new takes on familiar mechanics, allowing rich, varied strategies for new and experienced fans alike. Players will be able to bring in Pokemon from Pokemon Home and engage in cross platform battles on Nintendo Switch and mobile devices. What do we think, guys? I'll cross to you first, Jamie.
I think, yeah, it does seem to have some elements of the Pokemon Stadium games that I have raved about before. It seems like you can like bring in your own Pokemon from home, which from memory, I think one of the Stadium games let you. Oh, I could be wrong here. Let you import Pokemon from some of the Game Boy games potentially,
Yeah,
but
they did.
I was
I
right.
don't
All right.
I don't think it was strictly importing, like it wouldn't transfer it, but it like you could
Allowed
like
them to
copy it over. Yeah.
yeah, something like that. But it sounds like home will allow you to bring the Pokemon in. But then I've heard some other people say there'll probably be like rental teams that you'll be able to put together throughout the game, so you don't have to bring them in from home if you don't want to or you don't use home. So that's pretty interesting. Uh, the thing with Stadium, it was more like a single player experience or like local co op. Obviously, with the times, we weren't doing multiplayer online back in the N64 days, but I don't know if I want to get too excited and play online battles with people. As I said before, some of the Pokemon fans, like some of them get a bit toxic and stuff, and I'm assuming they will really go involved into this game. But yeah, if there's a single player element where there's still a story and you can just, I don't know, go through the Elite Four or something like that, I would like that. But we will wait and see. I'd say I'd give myself half a point. I wouldn't say this is exactly what I was after, but it'll be interesting to see more because, like, the big sort of reveal trailer really didn't give you any idea of what the game will look like aside from look at all these people with CGI Pokemon all around them. So we'll just wait and see, really.
So this the trailer did show that Pokemon X and Y's Mega Evolutions and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's terrestrialization will be available to use in the game. So I would assume there might be some uh compatibility with Pokemon Legends ZA when that comes out. There is no release date or release window for Pokemon Champions. Berto, do you think this will be like a free game or like just like a small purchase?
Um,
Are there
when's the
other
last time
games
they did?
free?
Yeah, when's the last time they did anything free? Really,
Well,
you went on
Sleep
that
is
mess.
free. Is Masters and all that free as well? I don't know. I mean, I could check now instead of just
I
It,
mean,
speculating.
it should be.
I think they are free.
So what would you pay then?
yeah, that's what I was
I'd
about to say. How would
I'd
they bring
probably
money in?
I don't know. I'd pay like $10. Not probably
Plus,
not more
like
than that.
the way that they've said it about it, it sounds like it will be online focused, and if that's the case, then they'd also need servers to manage. So I would assume it will be a paid thing, but
Mm.
I
with the
feel
fact
like
it's
it's
on
going to be
mobile at
paid.
the same time, who knows?
So every app they have is free with in-app purchases. Not sure how they could do in-app purchases for a battling game where you bring your own Pokemon, unless you can buy a Pokemon. Who knows?
Unless you pay for the amount of slots that you can bring in your Pokemon to, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So like,
Mm.
the first three only, and then you could have up to 30. I don't know.
I could see that happening. Home does that really, anyways. I think there's restrictions on how many Pokemon you can keep uploaded to your home account and where you can transfer them and stuff. So, if there's any way that they can find a way to make money from the game, they will find it.
I mean, I never
Um,
even thought about that question, to be honest. It's a
well,
good one.
yeah. So this game is being planned by Game Freak and developed by the Pokemon Works, which is the team that developed the Pokemon Sleep app. Um, I noticed, like, during the trailer and the little, like, speech after it, they were really honing in on online play. So I don't even know if this will have, like, any form of offline play. You saw the start of the trailer, it focused on how Pokemon fans were playing multiplayer in each generation, starting from the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance and etc. So yeah, it's like I'm excited for it. I don't know if I'll play it like
If it's free, I'll
religiously.
check it out. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It will just have to depend. I'm probably the same as you, where I'm interested in it, but it will have to do on the price point and how much time's actually needed to invest in it to
Hmm.
sort of be good.
Mm. But yes, that is Pokemon Champions. Now for the big one, we got a new trailer for the much anticipated Pokemon Legends ZA. We saw more of Lumio City and Chikorita, Tepig, Totodile are the partner Pokemon. What did you guys think of the trailer?
I think Jamie go
Um,
first. You're more versed in Pokemon than I am.
yeah, sure. It was nice to see gameplay in some form, and after a long break since we heard anything, that was nice to see. Be interesting. It seems like it's just going to be in the big city with, I believe, it's the wild areas that they have around, and I saw they were numbered in the trailer, so one would assume you're in Arceus, I believe it was like you were taking down the nobles or something for each area, and that's how you sort of made progression throughout the story.
Mm,
Unsure if maybe they'll have some sort of league within the city, and that's how you sort of get access to the different wild areas. That could be cool. Um, I wouldn't say I'm like hyped over the moon with it. Like it was cool to see that it's sort of taking what Arceus did and sort of doing its own little spin on it, and it's not going just in the past again for just the sake of it. It looks like it's trying to do something a little bit different. But I kind of want to see more. Like could be one of those games where I end up just absolutely loving it because it's just more Pokemon. But yeah, I think it was nice to get that more reveal, understand what the starters are. I'm definitely intrigued to see if we get unique final evolutions for all three, as
mm.
we have done previously. Those designs were really cool. So just wait and see. But yeah, I probably will buy it. Like, who am I kidding?
Yeah. So I'll just quickly go through what we actually learned in the trailer. So the game is confirmed to be a sequel and set after the events of Pokemon X and Y, whereas Legends Arceus was in the past. Your ally is called Urbane or Tawny, depending on the appearance you choose in the game. Your character will be staying at a hotel run by a man called AZ. Corsairco Incorporated is the company managing Lumio City's redevelopment and is run by the CEO, Jet, who is definitely not evil,
That's a yeah.
she has a secretary called Vinny. Wild zones, which you mentioned, Jamie, have been set up throughout Lumio City, which allow Pokemon to thrive in wild habitats around the expansive city. A new style of Pokemon battling. Moves can have a longer or shorter reach and different areas of effect. Pokemon can be maneuvered to avoid incoming attacks, and of course, Mega Evolutions have returned. So the game is slated for a late 2025 release, assuming on Switch 2 and Switch. Nothing confirmed yet. We'll probably find out next month during the Switch 2 Direct. Berto, do you have thoughts? You
Yeah.
always have
So
thoughts, but yeah.
I always have thoughts. Yeah. I'm not intentionally against the grain. It's just that I happen to always find perspectives against it. So, like, you two obviously are the bigger Pokemon fan than I am.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love Pokemon. Like, I have nothing negative to say. Well, that's a lie.
I
I
have
have
nothing
some
negative to
opportunities,
say except what I'm about to
except for,
say.
yeah, it's just, are we just talking about the whole presentation or are we just talking about this game?
Let it all out, Berto. Let it all out.
Safe space.
Well,
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's like the wild zone, right? So I think I didn't understand how I didn't understand. I didn't realize how many Pokemon games are mobile. That was my number one takeaway from this. In fact, I didn't realize how expansive it is too. And not just expansive, but how successful it is too. So
Mhm.
obviously you guys are ravenous and that's great. I love it because, you guys are the ones that keep the franchise moving forward and
Yes,
I'll
just
always
me and
appreciate
Jamie.
Pokemon. Just you
Just
two.
us.
Yeah. It's just you two.
We're
That's all
doing
it
it.
is. Yeah. Um, but when it came to the last one, what was it? ZA, right? Um,
Yes.
I
Done.
I wanted them to take that step further. I think that's what I wished. I said I hope they go bold and brave, and once again they go safe, and that's not it for me. Like I don't know how it was received in the community of Pokemon. Um, I don't know if it was celebrated or to the degree of like, oh my god, we need to buy this, guys. Let's go get it. You're all going to buy it anyway. Fine,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
just the way it looked for me was disgusting. I thought it looked like a Nintendo 64 game. Um,
It looks like
Everything looked.
Arceus to me.
Does it?
Well,
No, I think Arceus looked prettier in a weird way. I
uh,
think it's because of the way it was set in like a building, and it just didn't. It didn't cut it for me. However,
mm,
the animations and the close up of the characters, they looked awesome, but the
mm.
environments themselves looked very 1996. Um, but
That's a
they're
specific
getting
year,
there.
Berto.
It's yeah. All my trauma of like polygon games go to 1996,
Oh, right.
Tomb Raider,
Yes.
and everything. But I appreciate what it's trying to do and how it's heading in that direction. But my God, Pokemon take a long time to get to the direction where they need to go. Um, but I don't know. Like, I mean, I'll throw it back to you two. Was it well received in the community? Is this what you guys wanted? Or is it just a small step towards where you want it to be? I know there's
I,
three questions. Sorry.
apart from the graphics that was showcased, I didn't see any negative about anything that was actually shown,
Mm.
except maybe Chikorita being the grass Pokemon starter,
Yeah.
because
Why so much hate?
Chikorita's the ac like is actually the weakest grass starter out of all of them, like base stat wise. So I think that's why people are up in arms. But people were upset that Cyndaquil wasn't in there, but Cyndaquil was in the last game, so I don't care too much for that.
Yeah.
Jamie?
I I didn't have time to see all the Pokemon fans get mad or anything over the last couple of days, so I have no idea what the actual reaction was online. I will say, because I forgot to touch on it when I first spoke about it, I like how they're trying to do something different with the battle system, at least by
Yeah.
making it the real time. Like,
Yeah,
this is what they kind of can do in the Legends games, where it's just like, oh, okay, well, let's just do something different with the battle system. And like, as a kid, like now you can actually sort of replicate the anime in a way where you're actively dodging attacks and then trying to do
yeah,
the counter attack and everything, which like has never really been implemented in the series at all, aside from random attacks that could increase your ability to sort of avoid attacks. So I think that's cool. I will say, yeah, the random like teleportation to like the tops of buildings, and then there was a weird little animation where they sort of jumped off, and I think they were using a Rotom phone to sort of glide, and the animation looked a little janky for me. And I sort of expect that. I know it's not great, and we should expect better. And I know this isn't really the next mainline entry in the series, so they're taking some more time before they, bop us on the head with that one. But as I said, I'm not over the moon like crazy for it. I think it was good that we actually saw it going. I like some of the ideas, but yeah, it will come down to how it runs. I think, because I've been craving a Pokemon game for a while. I didn't like the old one because it didn't work. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I hope we get a glimpse of what this game will look like on the Switch too. Obviously, it won't be like a giant drastic jump from what it's going to look like on the Switch, but it would be good to, I guess, get comparisons. And like, I think overall, this game is meant to just tide us over before we get the first, like, prominent Nintendo Switch exclusive Pokemon game, mainline
keep,
game. So,
Keep the lights on.
but, but
yeah.
like if it plays the way that you wanted it to, right? Why wouldn't they just replicate the battle system into the new Pokemon? Do you get what I mean? Like, why
Mhm.
why why are they taking half steps for the game that everybody's like been dreaming about ever since they were kids? You know, being able to do this in the battle system, being able to watch Pokemon walk in the distance, and all
Well,
that.
I'm still not sold on the new battle system they showed. Like, I'm scared there's just gonna be a bit too much going on. Like, I it's weird imagining Pokemon not in turn based.
Mm.
So, like, I'm excited for it. I'm excited that they are challenging what they've done for the past like 30 years or whatever, how long it's been. Um, yeah, I'm keen to see more of it. Anyone have any more thoughts on ZA before we move on?
Not on Zar per se, but like the actual show itself. Yeah, I thought it was quite lackluster. I would say, not to steal Birdo's thing, but this kind of did feel like an email for most of it. Aside from the gameplay route, when I woke up the next morning, I was shocked to see it was only like 18 minutes or so. Like it was actually quite
Yeah,
short,
really
Yeah, I was
short.
and
expecting
Yeah.
like 40 minutes.
yeah, and
Mm.
like essentially it was just like, as Berto was saying, it was like mobile games where they just quickly hammered them all out for like 6, 7 minutes. Then it was concierge. Then that's when they put champions, and then it was Zar, and then it was just it. I was
Mhm.
kind of expecting, I don't know, I don't know why I was expecting more, because I knew Zar would be the focus, and then they wouldn't show anything else. But I don't know. I was just expecting something else. It just felt
I
like,
I was expecting at least another game announcement, but then I'm like, well, they're about to release a new console, so like why would they
hmm, yeah,
announce that? But I also did think they'd spend a little bit longer on ZA because it was
Yeah.
only like 5 minutes in total, I think.
yeah,
Or
like
if
it.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt weird. Like I knew they had to do something because it's Pokemon Day. And obviously, they were doing all the celebrations on the different apps and everything, and they wanted to make this. This is your big like, oh, the Switch 2 is coming out. This is coming out later this year. Here's 5 minutes. Like it did feel a little quick, and maybe that's why I wasn't completely sold on the show as a whole.
No, I kind of go into Pokemon Presents with low expectations because I do expect three-quarters of it to be apps that I don't play. So I always almost I don't skip to the end, but like I'm preparing for the exciting part to be in the last 5 minutes. I'm not expecting heaps of cool stuff thrown at me. Like I generally get more excited for the Nintendo Directs. I never never on the edge of my seat for Pokemon Presents.
I think that it's probably in their best interest because they've done so little in this regard that when they do the Switch 2 announcement, that perhaps they can use that to show off how it improves things graphically, perhaps. So, like, because I did reference it to 1996 or something like that, they could say, "This is how this game performs on this, and if you upgrade to Switch 2, this is how it looks." So,
I think
I
we'll
don't know.
definitely
Like,
get that. They'd
I
have to
think,
like they need to sell the Switch too. Not
I
talking
think they.
about what it's capable of isn't going to sell it.
Mm, so it'll sell. I don't know how Arceus did in regards to sales wise. I know it's
I don't think
very
it did too
respected and
bad.
sold well.
Mm.
Yeah.
You always
So
have to sort of have the caveat that, like with Arceus, it was just his
is it
Pokemon Legends
Arceus or
Arceus.
Arceus?
It doesn't matter. And
It's
then there's
both.
so whatever I decided is. So Arceus only had the one version, right? But normally that you have the two versions, which sort of make the sales sound a lot
Mm,
better than they are. So it's kind of
mm.
hard to make that straight comparison to the other entries. So um, in terms of does it need to try to sell the Switch? I don't know if it really does. I think people are going to hear Switch 2 and just go buy it anyways. There's a Pokemon game on the Switch 2. All right.
Yeah, but
Like I don't think it.
would you play Pokemon game if they told you it looked better, ran better, was smoother if you just bought the Switch 2? Or do you want the same old, you know, experiences that you've had on the Switch? I reckon you'd probably go, "Hey, I want to play this game if it feels, plays, runs smoother." I would go the Switch 2 for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But for Arceus,
Pokemon
I
fans
never
buy
found.
everything.
But they do. But I didn't feel Arceus ever struggled technically, like because
No,
it
it
was more
didn't.
of this. It was this more smaller entry in comparison to the big main line. That I have confidence that I don't think this game will be janky or stuttery or anything like that, even on the Switch. Oh, I'd like to hope, anyways, just because it's not as huge as the big main line. We're trying to fit 1,000 Pokemon into the game. We have to have all the different move sets and all the different sprites and all this. But yeah, I have confidence it will run. When the next mainline Pokemon game comes out, I don't have confidence that's going to be able to run on a standard Switch at all.
Switch,
No,
yeah,
I think it'll be exclusive.
exclusive. Yeah.
That's gonna be their hallmark title. Not that I don't think we will see that till next year though. So, all right, moving on to Monster Hunter Wilds. It's broken a few records after its release a few days ago. The game reached a peak of 1.38 million players on Steam over the weekend, passing peak player counts of high profile titles like Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, and Hogwarts Legacy. Despite this, the game is sitting at a 57% positive review rate with a mixed reception overall, which
Really?
I didn't
Didn't
look
know that.
into too deeply, but it's just optimization issues, performance issues. I don't think it is reflective of the actual game itself. Um, Berto, have you
Hmm.
ever played any games in the Monster Hunter series?
Yeah, I have dabbled in the Monster Hunter series, and it's one of those ones where I know that if I continued to have played it, I would have been completely addicted, because it demands your attention pretty strictly.
Mm,
Um, I am very happy that this has broken through. I think the last few have actually broken through quite a bit as well, but this one seemed to have hit a pretty good mark because it was
Mm.
Japanese only for a very long time. And I always looked at it with enviable eyes. And now that it's here, I'm like, hell yeah. Um, yeah, look, the last one that I played was on the PS4. I think it was Iceborne.
Ice. Is it Iceborne? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it is. I could be wrong because there's so many games that sound like they're Iceborne.
Yeah.
But that was, yeah, just good fun. Like the battle system was awesome. Like I said, it was addictive. It was cute, real Japanese. Like it was awesome. Like,
Mm.
but like I said, it felt very hardcore. Like it's not one of those ones that I could simply just pick up and play. Like you had to understand the move sets. You had to understand how the weapons work because each weapon is different, and there's different ways that you can use it, and it can help you maneuver through the terrain. It's a very complex game when you really think about it.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm really happy for the success of this so far.
Mm. Um, I am reviewing Monster Hunter Wilds. I haven't started it because I'm actually terrified at just exactly what you said, Berto, that there's a lot to learn. I've been watching some
Mm.
YouTube videos before I jump in. But I will obviously I'll have a review out for it probably in a couple weeks, but I might chat a bit about it next week. Jamie, have you ever played the series?
No, I haven't played. This is one of those ones where the PS4 one, or what was it? Worlds? Monster Hunter Worlds, I want to say. Is that
Yeah,
what it's
I think
called?
so.
Yeah, I've got that in my backlog, but as has already been mentioned, I think because I knew how much of the time investment and the challenge that you sort of need to basically commit. And that's sort of terrified me from ever going the step of committing in terms of just lack of time. So um, I've wanted to. I have some of the amiibos. I did purchase some of the Monster Hunter amiibos that had come out.
They
But
do look
yeah, I don't.
cool.
They are really cool. They're nice looking. But yeah, it's one of those games that, as Berto said, like I always heard was so cherished and loved, but that sort of time investment has just sort of stopped me from ever taking the plunge.
So I'm just basing I'm on how long to beat, obviously. It says Monster Hunter Wilds is 15 and a half hours. But from my understanding, to get like the full grasp and concept of it, you probably need to play like at least 50. Because I'm pretty
Such a
sure the
big
main.
jump, eh?
Well, yeah, I think the main story is not the focus point of the
Mm.
game. I think it's going out on hunts in.
Hunting
From,
monsters.
sure, in the wilds. um,
No way.
yeah, who would have thought? I think the. I don't even know what they're called because I haven't played it yet. But like the expeditions to go and hunt these monsters is the main source and the main fuel of these games. So I am excited seeing that 15 and a half, but I know that's not going to be how long I'll be playing it for.
Well, that's the point, right? So you get the monsters to get the loot to
Mm,
build your next set of, I think, weapons and armor, and then in order to progress and become stronger, you need to just keep
Mm.
killing
Do it
monsters.
yeah.
again.
Obviously, yeah,
I
that's the point.
I am excited though cuz like the aesthetic and like the UI that I've seen does remind me of Final Fantasy a lot. Like so obviously it's not going to be Final Fantasy, but like I don't know, it feels homey already.
It's
Yeah,
the
see,
Dark Souls of Final Fantasy. How about that?
Sure. Yeah.
so I went on to How Long to Beat as well. Monster Hunter World, that's the game I was referencing. The main story for that is like almost 47 hours, and
Mm.
completionist 424 hours.
Oh,
That's why I haven't started it.
424.
Yes.
Oh, boy, but that's awesome. All that.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
pay
If you want
$30
more
for that, and you
content,
get
yeah.
that much content. Yeah.
Yeah, but how
For an
much
OCD
grinding?
platinum
How
trophy
much
hunter,
grinding is that?
yeah.
Oh, too
Probably a
much.
lot.
Yeah, too much.
All right. So, Nintendo Australia has announced an Animal Crossing New Horizons Aquarium Experience at Sea Life Aquariums. The experience includes stamp rallies, character meet and greets, creature panels presented by Blathers, merchandise, character sightings, and a fun game where you need to find Gulliver the seagull around the aquarium. The experience will start at Sea Life Sydney from April 1st to May 18th before making its way to Sea Life Melbourne, Sea Life Sunshine Coast, and New Zealand later in the year. Jamie, if this was at Sea Life Adelaide, which I know doesn't exist, would you go?
I was going to say, like, Sea Life Melbourne, Sunshine Coast, and then they've literally left the country before they come to Adelaide.
Yeah, they're like, all right, it's been
Yeah,
real,
that's
you guys.
That's all of Australia.
Yeah.
Would I go? Yeah, potentially. It starts on the day before my birthday, so maybe if it came here. But I don't have a massive Animal Crossing love. I haven't played a lot of the games at all, so. But just nothing comes to Adelaide. You know what I mean? So at this point, everyone would probably go there. All 7 of the people that live here would
Yeah.
head straight down to this place, and yeah. Yeah, I don't have much else to say.
Yeah. All right. Berto, you and I loved New Horizons.
Yeah.
Not sure how far you are from the Sunshine Coast, but would you make
Only an
a
hour.
day trip? Would you make the day trip to go check this out? Considering it's probably gonna be in the Sunshine Coast for about 4 to 6 weeks, I would assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going 100%. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can
it's-
catch that review on
Yeah, I reckon, eh?
next-play.com.au
I'll gladly review.
later in the year.
Aquariums are pretty. I mean,
Wet.
they're all right, right? Yeah,
Oh.
but they're pretty it is what it is. But aquarium with Animal Crossing, sold. I'm there. I'm only there for the Animal Crossing, really. The starfishes can get out of the way. I want to see the talking raccoons and the talking giraffes and everything.
You can meet Isabelle. I met her at Nintendo Live last year. She's such a darling.
Well, there you go.
I
can't wait.
She looks fun. Yeah.
She is fun. She's
But
great
no,
to hang
I'm
out with.
100% going. 100% going.
Well, hopefully, Sea Life Melbourne has its experience during PAX, because they'd get a lot of people there that weekend, I'm sure.
That would be the wisest thing to do. They'd get a killing.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to try something new and react to a trailer, which won't be in the audio version of this podcast, but only the.
We're not watching Minecraft, are we?
We are.
This is fancy.
Don't worry! I'm gonna cushion our fall with this water bucket! Release! In the overworld,
Wow.
anything you can dream about, you can create.
So they built all this?
Yeah, most of it.
Hold on.
That thing doesn't understand a word you're saying.
We're talking.
Life here was perfect. Until one day, Flint and Steel, we came across the Nether. A place with no joy or creativity at all. You! What are you making? Oh, if they get their way, this beautiful world and everything in it will wither and die.
Biocon Dios. It means goodbye, brother.
No, it doesn't.
Don't look at her. It does.
If we want to save this world, creativity is key to survival. Now what? Elytra wingsuits.
Bye-bye. Those things work, right?
Absolutely. Coming in hot!
Who else? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
This place makes no sense. Let's do this.
They want me to fight the chicken?
Chicken jockey!
Oh no, not again. Oh my god, are you all right? Your head is huge.
Stifler's mum's in this.
Yes, Jennifer Coolidge. So, what did you think overall? Has this final trailer swayed your opinion on the movie at all?
You can go first, Berto.
It was better than I expected. That's for sure.
So,
I know it sounds
yeah.
strange to say that.
I just really wish Jack Black wasn't in it. Like, I'm over him.
He plays the same character.
He
every
plays
movie,
himself.
basically, doesn't
It's like, are you even an actor? Because you're just playing
Yeah.
the same person. You played that character in School of Rock like 20 years ago.
It's still the same. It's still the same.
I'm surprised by how good the Minecraft like characters look in this like 3D CGI thing. Because at first I wasn't sold on it, but I think the world still looks Minecrafty despite not being like pixels anymore, I guess. Jamie.
Yeah, you seem awfully quiet. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just tired. No, I agree. Jack Black just seems to play Jack Black way too much. There's some actors that just seem to do that. They just do the same character no matter where they go. This isn't for me. Like I think we've touched on it before. I got nothing out of that. Unfortunately, my kid is young enough that they will have no reason to go see it. Thus, I don't need to go see it. So I really don't have a lot to say. The song's pretty good. That was in the background. That was quite nice.
I feel like we hear that song in like at least 3
Every
trailers
trailer.
every year.
Yeah.
Like
All the time.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not a film for me. I don't really have attachment to the series. It looks like it's still leaning towards kids. Like it's just not for me. That's all. So and that's fine. It'd probably still make a killing. We'll wait and see. I am interested to see what it is, what it does at the box office, because I know a lot of things been flip flopping all over the place lately.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm not the target audience, so
This isn't what I expected at all for a Minecraft movie. Like, I don't even know how they made this into a movie when you really think about it. You know, somebody came up with this idea and everybody's like, yeah, here's $300 million. Like, crazy.
Well,
So-
it's not that crazy. Minecraft's like one of the best selling games of all time. So it's not that much of a stretch to make a movie from it.
Does
I
it have a
just-
story?
Did
the
you
game?
watch the trailer?
Yeah.
No. Oh,
Jack
the
Black.
game.
He's stuck in the Minecraft land.
There is a story, like defeat the Ender
It's
Dragon
loose.
or whatever. Yeah, it's very
That's it.
loose. It's like make your
It's like
own.
a task.
Yeah.
There's a task list to get to the dragon. That's about it. I think the
That's
most like was the Telltale Minecraft, the story mode or whatever the hell they called it. And yeah, that was probably the most story I'd ever got. That's probably the I actually forgot that existed until just now. That's the
I
most
loved
experience
that
I've had
game.
with. I thought it was fine. I think it's one of the weaker Telltale games.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Compared to everything else, it was definitely, probably was the weakest. That and was it season 3 of The Walking Dead where they randomly didn't have Clem in it until like
I
later on.
liked that one. It's my least favorite, but I still
Least
enjoyed it.
favorite, yeah. I think because Telltale just have made so many bangers that it was just like, Yeah, that one's probably one of the lower ones for me. I've sidetracked the. Do you want to just talk
Yeah,
about
you
Telltale
really have.
instead?
I was just going to say, we'll go back to Minecraft.
The
I mean,
Batman games are underrated. They are both fantastic. That's what we're talking about, right? We're just talking about
yeah,
Telltale now.
yeah. Well, yeah. I think Telltale had a weak IP in terms of the Minecraft one. Not a weak IP, but like at least there was world building already present in The Walking Dead through the comic and the show. Batman obviously has been around for decades. So, yeah. I
I think
mean,
they
I'll give.
absolutely nailed Borderlands, though. Tales from the Borderlands is probably my favorite entry in the Borderlands series,
I still
and
haven't
like
played that.
it's one of the funniest
It's meant to
games
be
I have.
really funny. Yeah.
It
True.
is genuinely that, and maybe the first Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us are probably my top 3 Telltale games. It's
So
genuinely so fun.
I have a Minecraft question to go back on topic real
Hmm.
quickly.
Oh yes,
Do you think this will be more successful than the Super Mario movie?
Oh, no, definitely not.
But
Mario is way more
Minecraft made more
universal.
money, right?
Mm,
Minecraft's the number one video game of all time.
yeah, but like the franchise of Mario has like done way more than that, though. Minecraft is
There's
one
more.
game. Mario has like 100 games.
Yeah, I
And
guess so.
like, yeah, I don't know. Like everyone knows Mario. Like, I mean, I'm sure people know of
But a lot of
Minecraft,
parents know
but they don't know what
Minecraft.
it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
I think Mario appealed more to like the age brackets from 0 up until
90.
you know you would have played it or heard about it or something. Whereas like I think what those older than us probably aside from their grandkids being into Minecraft or something like that probably don't know much about Minecraft at all. Whereas like Mario's been around quite longer. I'll be shocked if it makes more than Mario. I hope it doesn't.
I would be shocked
Same.
too. I think it'll be mildly successful. It won't break records though.
Will it make
Be
more than
funny if it
Sonic
does.
though?
Nah, I don't think so.
How
No,
much did Sonic make? They're quite
I,
successful. Those movies say.
I think Sonic
It's like
did really
4 of them
well.
now.
3.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're going to make another one. There was post
Oh, well,
credit scene.
yeah,
I've
yeah, yeah,
seen
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. But yeah.
Is there another one coming?
There will be. Because I think, can we talk about the post credit scene of Sonic 3 on the podcast?
No, because I haven't seen it
Spoilers.
yet.
Don't listen. Oh, you
Yeah,
haven't seen it? All right,
okay.
cover your
No.
ears. All right, no, I'm not allowed to do it. But anyways, yeah, it seems like they are going to make a 4th one.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
I'm not keen for Minecraft.
Fair. All right, that is the end of the news for this week. Back to you, Jamie.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Brad. Can't wait to talk about Minecraft again in the future. Now we are going to be talking about the games we are excited about for March. For me, it is Split Fiction. Like it's only out in a few days now, which is crazy, and I'd love to play it at launch, but with the young one and the fact that Mrs. and I are doing different shifts, kind of makes co-op a little hard. But I have high hopes for this. I really hope it somehow eclipses It Takes Two, which was a phenomenal game. Hazelight Studio and Joseph Fares, fantastic stuff. Anything they do is brilliant. So very keen to see how it turns out. Brad, what are you excited for?
Shout out to Dungeons of Hinterberg, which was previously an Xbox only title. That's out on PlayStation consoles on March 13th. And Assassin's Creed Shadows, obviously excited to see how that pans out. And yeah,
Yeah.
Split Fiction as well is very exciting because yeah, it looks more, I don't know, more adulty than It Takes Two. I don't even know if that makes sense, but yeah. I'm excited. That's all. I'm excited.
Oh, I think It Takes Two was quite adulty. Like
it
in terms of
was.
thematics, like when you murdered the elephant and everything, like it was really confronting about like parenthood.
Okay, let me rephrase. I'm excited to not be a human shrunk into an oversized world. This seems
Okay.
to be just like two people in space or whatever. So I'm excited to not be an ant, is what I'm trying to say.
It's fair. Mind you, we haven't played the game. You might be an ant at some point. We cannot
Yes,
confirm nor
that is
deny that.
true.
Berto, what are you excited for March?
Suikoden 1 and 2. They're the HD remakes of PlayStation 1 classics. I have Suikoden 2, the original, and it costs quite a lot of money now. So, again, just for the fact of accessibility for everyone. Suikoden 2 is probably one of the best RPGs I've ever played, one of the best stories and some of the best soundtracks. So, highly recommend everyone plays that one. You will enjoy it, Brad. It is on a different level. It's extremely well made and very violent, which is surprising. And like your choices really do impact the story as well. So hopefully that sells. I don't think it will, which is fine because as long as I get my copy, I'm happy. And just for the just for the craziness of it, Assassin's Creed, I'm interested to see how that goes. Just for the stupidity of everything that everyone has been posting about, all the shit posting. Sorry for swearing, but like I'd like to see this game succeed without the politics and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Again, sorry for swearing. So I just want that fiasco and that circus to be, over. So we're nearly there. The
We
crescendo
are.
is coming. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
Exciting.
Is shit a swear word? Sorry for swearing. Is it?
We've said worse on the
I was gonna
podcast. You
say.
don't need to say sorry.
I think that's okay. I think that's all right. Well, yeah, I'm very interested to see how it all turns out after everything. Well, there are all the games we're excited for Smarch. We are now into the next segment. It is the Next Play Game Corner. Each week, the winner of the previous week will quiz the other panelists using games like trivia, name the game, and more. And I clean sweep the whole damn thing last week, so
You
I am
did
actually
okay.
the quiz
Yeah.
master for this week. I was very impressed with myself listening to the show back. I was like, man, what a ledge. So I am. I am hoping that this is going to be quick. Right? I don't think they're too hard. What I have done, I have compiled a list of 3 video game slogans. So they're like your taglines for a video game.
Okay.
I'm going to say it. All 3 of these are quite well-known titles as well. So let's just start with that. Now, you can guess, like you can ask questions for me. Like you can feel free to take turns and try to work it out. But if you ask a question, the other person gets a free shot at having a crack at the game. But if you
Yeah.
randomly just think you know it, just yell your name. And that
Yeah.
means you can
Is
have a
this
guess.
so if I yell out the name of the game
No,
and then
your
Brad
name.
yells out?
So, Berto, your name is Berto. So you will yell out Berto. And then Brad, to change it up, will yell out Brad.
Don't yell the game out, otherwise I'll
Yeah,
yell
don't
my
do
name
that.
and steal it.
That won't count. You have to say your name, and that means everyone shuts up and you get cracked, but then the other person will get a shot afterwards. Does that make
And does
sense?
it keep going? You only get one shot, or do you get many?
You can keep going until someone gets the point.
But
Otherwise, we're going to get into
I have to
another
say Berto.
tiebreaker. And yeah, before you have a crack.
Okay.
So you go Berto, and you'll go Pokemon Czar. You know what I mean? Something like that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Alrighty. All right, we got the rules in place. All right, so the first slogan from a video game:
Yep.
Brothers to the end.
Brad,
Feel free. Brad, have a crack.
Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
No, you're incorrect. Berto, you can have a shot. You can ask a question, whatever you want.
A Way Out.
No, incorrect. All right, shoot me some questions. I can give clues if you want as well. It's
Say
from
the tagline
the
again.
Brothers to the End.
Brothers to the End.
It is from the 360 PS3
Brad.
era. Brad?
Gears of War.
Which one?
Fuck.
You could
Why?
you can steal this one, or you could ruin it and give it straight to someone else.
Gears of War 3.
Correct.
Yes.
Brothers to the end. All right. Brad's got the first point. So that was,
right.
I think, was a little bit more easy. So I'll help out with clues if I think people are struggling. The second one, just 3 words: strap it on.
Oh. Don't think I played that game.
Strap
may
it
have.
on.
Yes, that's the tagline. Do you have any questions?
Brad,
You want me to give another clue? Brad.
Wii
have a crack.
Sports.
No. Imagine if it was.
What? They tell you to strap it on.
Berto, do you have a guess? Yeah?
Yeah. Doom.
No. All right. So, clue. It is from the same era, 360 PS3 era.
Yep.
This was multi-platform.
Strap it on. Okay.
That's such
Strap
a
it on.
weird slogan.
Yeah, it's a dumb game.
Without context, yes, but in terms of the game, makes a lot of sense.
Does this game have like any?
Berto.
Berto can have his crack first.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero.
No,
Oh.
Brad, what was your question?
Does this game work with peripherals?
I don't think
Like,
so.
as in like Connect or anything?
Oh, no, I don't think it does. No, it is.
Okay.
It is from a long-running series. This series did have a new entry within the last couple of years.
It's got to be Doom.
No, I'm telling you, it's incorrect.
Yeah, I know you are. That's the worst part. Strap it on.
Mm-hmm. I will say it. This is potentially giving it away to people, but it is titled as the third entry in the game, in the series.
Brad,
Go.
Guitar Hero 3.
It's not Guitar Hero. It's a Guitar Hero. It's not that. All right. Again, I will let Berto have a crack, and then I'm going to give a clue that basically will give it away.
Okay. So, 360 era.
Mm-hmm.
Strap it
Third
on.
entry. Yep, strap it on.
Strap it on. Strap it on, give me your best.
This is the third game?
Yes. That's what it's
and
titled.
They've released one that's most recent one.
Mm-hmm. They've released another one. The next one was basically a reboot. You gonna take a little snap, or do you want another clue?
Is it WarioWare? Like, is it a Switch game? Like
no,
a Wii
he
game?
said 360.
No,
It's 360. He said 360 era though, not 360, right?
Well,
it's not it anyway, so it doesn't matter what I said.
Okay.
All right, strap
Okay,
it
hurry
on.
up. Yep.
360 PS3 era. This is going to give it away, so whoever gets in quickest. It's GTA without being GTA.
Brad.
GTA on drugs.
Brad. Saints Row 3.
Yes. All right, there we go.
Oh, because
That's
of
what
the
it was.
purple dildo in it. Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Strap it on.
That's
yes, the
right.
massive dildo bat. Come on. All right. Now,
How
so
could I
technically,
forget?
Brad wins. How could you not? So Brad technically wins, but
Yes.
we're going to
That's
do the
good.
third one.
For fun.
Clean
And
Yeah.
we'll
sweep.
see if someone can just get maybe Berto can scrape some a point.
I don't want to be clean swept twice. Yeah, I know. I used to be
True.
good.
Yeah. You used to.
Well,
yeah.
I'm hoping this one might be more up your alley. Who knows? So the third game, the slogan / tagline is "Hunt Your Nightmares."
Brad.
Better.
Oh, I actually don't know who went first. Does anyone have an honor system here?
I heard me first, but I don't
I
know.
think
if
I
that was
heard
me.
Brad first, but you're already
Okay,
two
okay.
up. So do you want to let?
No. Go Brad.
All right, Brad, you go.
Bloodborne. Is it Bloodborne?
It is Bloodborne.
I knew it was Bloodborne. I heard that
Clean
slogan
sweep
before.
twice.
Was it the confusion of your name? Was that the problem? I did say it was Berto.
No, we went at the exact time, I reckon. We'll have to go
Well,
back and listen to the tape.
Well, yeah,
yes,
the live the uploaded video will prove that I
determine
was
it. Yeah.
first.
Well, who knows? Maybe he was robbed of a point. We'll find out. Is that what
Yeah,
you were
I
going to guess,
was.
Berto?
Absolutely.
Bullshit.
all right.
But anyway, you don't
I
like
say-
it.
Listen, I'll believe you. If
Yeah.
you
Strap
all
it
right,
on,
all right.
man. I was ready,
All right. Well, there we go. So you guys did pretty well. That was pretty quick. I don't
That
know. I did
second
give it
one
away
was
with
difficult. Yeah.
no. Yeah. I just really liked the tagline, so I really wanted to include it. All right. So now we're going to recap the scoreboard. Brad, you're the quiz master next week. Now Berto is on 4 after being clean swept twice in a row.
Yeah.
That's
Ever since I went on
rough.
holidays. I
Yeah,
know. I got to come back next week and read some
Uh,
gaming books.
Yeah.
Brad is in second place on 5, and I'm still in the lead. Even though it was a clean sweep, I'm still in the lead at 6.
You are.
Good work,
yeah.
me. Alrighty. So, as I said, Brad, give us some tough questions next week.
I will.
Not,
I will. Yeah.
no old games, though.
Actually,
we
no.
can't
Do you
let
know?
Berto get any
Yeah.
points ever again.
I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring back
Okay.
Name the Game for the next episode. 3 different sounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
big
brush up on your
declaration.
sounds.
All right. I'm going to go
Okay.
listen to soundtracks
All,
as soon as I get off.
Yeah.
Just YouTube gaming sounds.
As soon as the baby cries, it'll be like, "Shut up,
Oh,
baby.
actually-
We'll listen to sound."
Do you want me to do audio from a game or do like a snippet of a song from a game? I don't know if that'll get like copyrighted.
That's
though, so-
really hard.
Yeah.
Well, we just played the whole Minecraft trailer, so if something's getting copyrighted, like this entire episode,
Well, we were reacting, so whatever.
it's true. It's original content.
It is.
Well, you're the quiz master. You can do whatever you want. You also own the website, so you could just do whatever you want.
Yeah, true. I don't know why
Just
I'm
make it
asking
difficult.
you guys. I will.
Yeah, I don't understand. Anyways, enough of that. That is the end of this week's episode of the Next Play Podcast. You can support the podcast by leaving a 5-star review on wherever it is you are listening or watching to us. And don't forget to check out next-play.com.au. Got those 2 reviews up at the moment, and I believe Berto's review is going to be up by the next podcast, so we will be talking about that then. You can also check out the most recent game news and as well as our socials. Follow those at NextPlayAU. And if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you go back and see who actually called out first and just keep watching over and over to help those metrics. And make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. I've been your host, Jamie, and you can find me at social medias, which is Instagram, JamieX66. I've started posting again, so I'm hoping to get 3 posts out per week. We'll see how long that lasts. And joining me today has been Brad.
You can find me everywhere at Brad_EXP or on Blue Sky, Brad Goodwin.
And Mr. Clean Sweeping himself, Berto.
Yeah, I reckon. You can find me on Instagram as pause_gamer, which I'll change to Clean Swept. That's what I'll change my name to.
Copyright it. Thanks everyone for listening, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.